back to the Meeple Marathon. Today we are taking a look at the newest expansions for Hoplomachus Victorum. If you have Hoplomachus Remastered, there were some other expansions I believe that you could have added to this, but I only have Victorum. So this is just Pandora's Ruin, Pandora's Might, and the new mag tokens. So we'll show these off probably at the end so that we can open up some stuff here. We'll take a look at the big box first. How about that? That makes the most sense here. For those of you not familiar with Hoplomachus, it is a solo-only game from Chip Theory Games, and really kind of was their first big game. Kind of put Hoplomachus, the original, put them on the map, and they had several iterations of Hoplomachus, and then they decided to kind of revamp the whole thing and deluxify everything, and that was Hoplomachus Victorum. And at the same time, they decided to remaster their original. And Hoplomachus is a kind of a tactical battler, tactical skirmish game. Typical Chip Theory games, everything's represented on a chip, and you have these little mini arenas that you're fighting them on. So, Pandora obviously is bringing in more horrible creatures to the world. Nice inlay inside the box there. And we have Pandora's Ruin. So the Hoplomachus full rule book, I was actually looking through because this also came with an errata rule book from the first printing. So if you're coming in second here. Okay, yes, this is exactly what I was looking for here. I was looking to see if they had added this into the core rule books, but no, maybe you have to have this. But Mercury's Boots. So Mercury's Boots is a way to accelerate the whole experience. So one of the few complaints people had about Hoplomachus Victorum was it was kind of a slog. It was not really a campaign game, but it took a while to get through. There were ways to save and whatnot, but it felt like it almost was too long for what the type of experience people were looking for. So Mercury's Boots kind of takes everything and just speeds it up, which is something I'm hoping to try out very quickly, because that was one of my things. Was I just kind of felt burdened by the game after a while. So. But other than that, there's really not much to this here, which is good, because Hoplomachus is already a beefy enough rule book here. We've got lots of arenas, though. Let's take a look at these. Now, the big question is going to be whether we can fit all of this into the core Hoplomachus box, but let's take a look at these here. So these are going to be like your arenas. Looks like some, there's always information on the back. Here you have setup. Tells you where to put things like weapons racks. And then down here, it's going to give you priority, things like that. So Pluto's Refugees. Atlas's Trident. So these are all, we've seen all these maps before. I don't know if we're going to be getting any new neoprene mats in this rulebook. Parthenons. The Parthenon is definitely, Amazon's definitely an old one. But these are basically like little mini ways to set up your little mini skirmish game. So these guys are new, though. So these are the big bad bosses, the Hunden, the Kromdeba, Set, and the Chaos Dragon. So this is kind of what comes out of Pandora's box, I'm assuming. Obviously, it wouldn't be... Oh my goodness. Ugh. It wouldn't be Chip Theory Games without some chips. All right, so I do like that they made, you know, the Scion chips and the Hero chips like double thickness. But here we have like Serpapard. Wow. Hippo. Crocodile. So definitely got some fun stuff here. Just a regular soldier. Some of these guys aren't as ostrich. That's fun. Anubis here. We got ourselves a lionfish. And then we've got that owlbird thing. Doesn't have anything on him. And Crumb Dub's head. Crumb Dub's body. A falcon. What else we got here? Magna worm. So, yeah. Lots of fun new Scion chips here. Let's see what else we got here. A dice tray, which is fine, and a pad. Now I'm wondering if this is for just a replacement pad or if this is going to help you with that Mercury's boots, but it looks like the pad that came with the base game. Let's pull this out. Okay, there's something in there. There's something in the bottom there. Lots of cards here. I always love their deck boxes here. Maybe these will help organize everything. Looks like just more sport and bloodshed and opportunity, sport, yeah. Then, ooh, this is empty. Okay, but this is for the mini size cards. Deck box, nice. And then another one. Oh, there is some in here. Dark Days, Special Prowess. Okay, so those are for the bosses. All right, but I'm liking that they gave you some deck boxes here. And then we've got this sucker that's not coming out of the bottom here. Okay, that was way harder than it needed to be, but essentially it's just like a reference sheet for Mercury's boots. So Primus lineups, Primus modifiers, Primus rewards. Seems like, you know, they could have probably done this on like one of these half sheets and just made it double-sided, but that's fine. It's a cool looking image on the back. All right, so that's everything that was in Pandora's Ruin. No new heroes, just more Scions, more bad guys, but that's what you kind of would expect from Pandora's box. Now, if you want to play as Pandora, we're going to take a look at this next. Okay, so what we just opened was just for Hoplomachus Victorum. Pandora's Ruin can only work in Hoplomachus Victorum. Pandora as a hero can work in either Hoplomachus Victorum or Hoplomachus Remastered. So you can see here it says a series, and that's what they're going to be attempting to do here. Is a lot of the heroes can move from game to game, and so they're going to be in separate packs. So they didn't want to pack Pandora away in Pandora's Ruin and make it exclusive to Victorum. So just kind of keep an eye out for that. If you go by Pandora's Ruin, don't be expecting Pandora herself to be in there. So she's got her own little rule book here. Victorum rules. Check. 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 See if there's some remastered rules. No? Okay, but that's fine. So she gets her own little rule book, and then a whole bunch of little cards. Who is she bringing to the fight here? So we have a lad who is nimble. We have Zox Double. He's got a lot of innate abilities there. We have a decoy. That's fun. Taunt and Undying. Interesting. Infernal Jaguar. And a Harpy. And then we have all these other chips to add here. Fang, Thermodosa, Varus, Tempesta, and Terror. Molten Class, Tactic, Instant. This unit is dealt 1 damage. If this unit is defeated, return this tactic to your camp. Okay. So basically, these are all tactic chips. All right, so, and then Pandora. She gets her own bag, obviously. So there's her picture side, and then there's all of her information. Now, last but not least, let's see how these new mag tokens work on a chip. So, if any of you are wondering how this works, all of Chip Theory Games' chips that they use, except for like the plastic health chips that come in like the base components, are all weighted, which gives them their heft, which means there's a metal disc inside of them. So anything magnetized will just simply attach to them, which is how their brass mags work for burn cycle, and how they're, get this bag out of the way. So here are how they are organizing them. So I don't know how well, these are like tearing up the bag, but you shouldn't need the bags. But yeah, see, oh man, those are, yeah, those work well. But yeah, so if she gains this status, you could just, and it sticks on there. You don't need a separate chit underneath, or you don't need to have a little cardboard token chasing it around. But yeah, so they give you these chips here that have all these little places to put all these status effects. Question is, how well are these going to be stored in the box? It looks like, I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but it looks like I'm going to be able to get the lid back on here. Yeah, so this should work except for, okay, there you go. So everything fits in it. So this should be its own storage solution, which is nice. We'll obviously pull everything out of the bag. We'll stick it in here. And I think as long as you don't shake it up too much, then it should, ooh, they do get kind of crazy towards each other when you get them too close. There we go. As long as you don't shake it up too much, which I don't imagine you would, they should work just fine. So yeah, and if this chip is any indication, you should be able to get plenty of status effects on your people. So I like these. Not huge. This isn't like a accessory that is gonna be a pain to store, because hopefully we'll just be able to fit this small, rather small box in the main box and be good to go. So yeah, that is going to cover everything. We will do a run of the Mercury's boots using Pandora, and we'll try and incorporate as much of this new stuff as possible in a playthrough here in a little bit, once we get things settled and I wrap my head back around this game. It's been a little while, but hopefully this will breathe some new life into it. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Have a great day.